Georgia had spent her entire life running for other people. Watching her finally run free on her own terms became one of the most unforgettable moments of my life. The first time Georgia walked into our home, she looked like a dog carrying the weight of the world. She didn't explore, didn't wag her tail, and barely lifted her head. She simply stood there, unsure if she was truly safe. It was heartbreaking to realise she was only around 3 years old. Before that day, Georgia had known only one life, a racing kennel. Greyhounds are expected to perform while they're young, and once they stop being competitive, many are replaced by faster dogs. That's exactly what happened to her. Her racing days were over before she ever had the chance to discover what being a normal dog felt like. My family lives in Perth, Western Australia. Around that time, our 5-year-old daughter kept asking if we could get a puppy because all of her friends had one. We promised her that if we brought a dog home, it would be one that needed a family the most. That's how Georgia became part of our lives. Our daughter was shocked when she learned about the lives of racing greyhounds. Most spend nearly all of their time in kennels, following strict routines instead of enjoying family life. Many retire without ever experiencing simple things that most dogs take for granted, like sleeping in a living room or hearing children laugh around them. We realised just how different Georgia's world had been on her very first evening with us. We switched on the television, expecting nothing unusual, and she panicked. Loud sounds, clattering dishes, even footsteps around the house made her flinch. Everything about home seemed unfamiliar, and it was clear she had never lived in an environment like this before.
Georgie, do you want to go in the car?
Our daughter never tried to rush the process. Instead, she would quietly sit on the floor with a book and read stories while Georgia rested nearby. At first, there was plenty of distance between them, but every day Georgia inched a little closer. Before long, the two of them were sharing a bed, peacefully curled up together. Watching Georgia slowly come out of her shell became one of the greatest joys we've ever experienced. There wasn't one magical moment that changed everything. Her confidence grew through hundreds of tiny victories that most people would never notice but meant everything to her. The moment I'll never forget happened at the beach. We decided it was finally time to let her off the leash. I was terrified. The second she felt the freedom, she sprinted across the sand as though she had been waiting her whole life for that moment. I held my breath, wondering if she'd ever come back. After running farther than I expected, Georgia suddenly stopped. She looked back, spotted us, and raced straight toward our family, before taking off again with the biggest smile on her face. This wasn't a race. No one was asking her to chase anything. She was simply running because she could. Seeing her choose her own path instead of following someone else's brought tears to my eyes. Georgia also had to learn how to enjoy the little things. When we first offered her a toy, she stared at it in complete confusion. She had no idea what it was for. With time, she discovered that toys could be fun, and today she happily carries them around the house like she's done it her whole life. She has always loved being around children, especially our daughter. During piano practice, Georgia stretches out beside her and often starts singing along with the music. The months after we adopted her, she hardly made a sound at all, so hearing her confidently join every performance still makes us laugh. Sometimes I have to tempt her outside with treats just so the practice can continue. Despite being a tall greyhound, Georgia firmly believes she's a lap dog. She'll fold those long, awkward legs into the smallest ball she can manage and climb onto one of us for cuddles. It's not exactly comfortable, but it's impossible not to smile because all she's asking for is affection. first year wasn't without challenges. Whenever we left the house, Georgia became incredibly anxious. I'd check our cameras and see her waiting by the door, crying until someone returned. Little by little, she learnt that our goodbyes always came with a reunion. Today she rests peacefully, knowing we'll come home. Some memories of her racing life still linger. Passing trains, scooters and skateboards can make her uneasy. We believe those sounds remind her of the mechanical lure she chased during training. Even so, those fears have faded over the years as she continues learning that her life is no longer about racing, it's about feeling safe. Georgia and our daughter share a bond that's impossible to put into words. Every morning they look for each other first. Georgia joins us for school drop-offs and waits excitedly for pick-up time. If we're outside gardening, she'll happily lie on the concrete nearby just to stay close. She doesn't care where she rests as long as she's with her family. Sadly, countless retired greyhounds across Australia are still waiting for the chance Georgia received. They aren't broken dogs, they simply need someone willing to show them a different life. Our daughter now spends weekends encouraging people to see greyhounds as loving companions instead of racing commodities. Georgia's journey reminds us that rescue isn't just about giving an animal a home. It's about giving them the freedom to discover who they were always meant to be. If her story touched your heart, please consider supporting greyhound adoption or sharing these incredible dogs with someone who might be looking for a loyal friend. One act of kindness can change an entire lifetime.
Georgie, do you want to go in the car?